What is up, guys? JR Freak here, and welcome back to Otaku Puppy Podcast, your favorite anime podcast. Thanks for tuning in once again. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are getting ready for a great holiday. Back this month with another anime spotlight for you guys, and this one's a bit of a doozy. As always, I am using a AI script. I've really gotten into using the AI scripts because it helps me keep things more organized, so I like it. Let's jump right into it. Today we have an interesting topic for you all: the 2005 anime series My Buddha. Specifically, I'm going to take a look at the first 3 episodes and discuss how the show overuses, in my opinion, the one guy living with multiple girls trope. My Buddha is one that I had heard of, I've known of for years, but I had never watched. It's one of those that kind of falls in like, you've heard the name, but never seen it sort of kind of thing. Like I knew Oh My Goddess, I knew Oh My Buddha, but I had never really seen it. 3 episodes in. Normally, what I do is, if you're new here, normally what I do is I watch half a series and then I do a spotlight. This kind of a middle point to kind of give you guys the highlight of the show, whether I'm going to keep watching or whether I'm going to drop it. Buddha is 12 episodes. I'm 3 in, and I'm probably not going to make it to 6. It's just not. It's not even that it's not good. So it's not even that it's not good. It's just Buddha is a classic example of a harem anime where the main character, what's his name, Iku, lives in a temple with several attractive female characters. While the premise often leads to comedic situations, Buddha takes it to a whole new level. And when I say whole new level, I just mean it just overdoes it completely. It's, if you've seen Girlfriend, or if you've seen Rent a Girlfriend, if you've seen Oh My Goddess, if you've seen any of those types of animes, it's the typical guy living with multiple attractive girls or women, and chaos ensues. Chaos takes place. It's the random pervy stuff here, random pervy stuff there, and it just, I don't know, it didn't do a great job of it. In the first episode, we're introduced to Iku, a young boy who becomes the temple's only male disciple, and he is the only male disciple because his grandmother actually runs the temple. From the get-go, it's clear that Iku is surrounded by a bevy of beautiful girls, all living in the same building. This sets the stage for many potential hijinks and romantic encounters. And again, they live there because they're nuns, and he's going to be a monk. And it's like his grandmother's over the temple, so that's why he's there. And they sort of treat him like he's doing monk training, but at the same time he's sort of just like the maid around the house at the same time. And it's fine. It is what it is. Episode 1, I didn't hate. Episode 1 was kind of funny. Kind of did their thing. Ha ha ha. Perfect joke here, perfect joke there. But at the same time, it was kind of like, yeah, okay, this is a thing that we're going to do. It's very, sorry about my phone there. Didn't know that was going to go off. It's very kind of like Ghost of the Week as well, though, which is kind of, so next up, that's pretty much all about episode 1. In the second episode, we see even more situations where Iku unintentionally stumbles upon the girls changing or taking baths. And while it may elicit a few chuckles initially, it becomes repetitive and predictable, diminishing the comedic impact. And with these scripts, that may not be fully correct by episode 2, because episode 2 I was already starting to tune out. But I do believe episode 2 was where him and one of the other girls ran into, I believe it was Ghost at an arcade. I believe they it was summer break, and they wanted to he wanted to do something. He was at the house at the temple cleaning, while the girls were out just doing like school stuff and school clubs and whatnot. And I believe him and one of the other girls snuck out. They went into an karaoke first, then went to an arcade, and like at the arcade was actually haunted, and it was haunted, and the guys inside were ghosts. They tried to attack her and attack him, and then she give them this full like speech about like you can't go to the afterlife if you're doing this and doing that, and they start to cry, and the ghost goes to afterward. It was silly. It was fine, but it was silly. And that's kind of the thing you get with this anime. It's kind of just like, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. And this trend continues in the third episode where Miku, and this is where the script goes off track. We're not going to go into any of that stuff they're talking about because that's not quite correct. In the third episode, Iku is spying on the girls at the swimming pool. There's a portion of the pool where you can stand right behind the trees and look up at the pool and see everything from the bottom up, if that makes sense. So everything, that portion of the body is in view, and he's just fully zoned in there. But also they can see him. There's this guy he talks to at school. He talks to him and they're friends or whatever. They're both spying at the same time. Turns out, dude's a ghost. They figure out he's a ghost, they trap him and whatnot and all that kind of good stuff. And again, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's just like we just did this last episode. The like pervy ghost guys to the arcade and then catch him and blah, blah, blah. And same thing here. And it was kind of just like, by this point I was over it. Just done. Like, I'm getting, okay, I've seen this trope 2 episodes before and we're doing the same thing again. Why? And so I was kind of done with it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about Amabutas. On a positive note, the show does try to balance the humor with some character development. In the first 3 episodes, we start to learn more about Iku's abilities, because he is a solid monk. He is learning his stuff. I don't forget what they call it. Sorry about that. They do, but he did start to learn the chants and learn all that kind of stuff. But he's also kind of quick-witted as well. But he's just sort of learning everything slow, because at the same time he's cleaning. At the same time he's sort of not protecting the nuns because they're great fighters on their own, but he's also kind of looking out for them as well. And it's kind of all bundled up into one thing. But overall, it's crucial to point out that while Amabuta starts with a potentially amusing concept, the overuse of the one guy living with multiple girls trope becomes stale fast. It's a shame because the anime certainly has the potential to explore deeper things and character growth. And that is kind of true. It's always a bit disappointing when a series relies too heavily on tired tropes and misses out on opportunities to delve into more unique and engaging storytelling. And that's also true as well. This, I knew it was going to be jokey. You can look at the cover poster and tell it's jokey. But it relies, to me, too heavy on EQ perv. Let's beat EQ up. And that's cool, but I mean, I don't need that. To me, Oh My God is kind of a good mix of that. Of course, he's in love with Belle Dandy. Her sisters are kind of whatever. But at the same time, there are like him trying to stop against the people from his school, him working with the motorcycle club, him doing other stuff that isn't just like him perving on Belle Dandy all day. Like, it isn't just that. And there are other characters. We see character development on Belle Dandy's side as far as her not only sticking with him out of duty as a goddess, but because she's also in love with him as well. We see both sides of it, and this just didn't have that. This was just over 3 episodes in, I was burned out already. So yeah, well, that pretty much wraps up our discussion of the first 3 episodes of Amabuta and how it overuses the harem trope. We hope you found this breakdown useful and insightful. If you've seen Amabuta, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I did notice it has a 6 on my anime list, so I'm not the only one who thought it wasn't that amazing. But yeah, this is going on pretty much long enough. So make sure to subscribe to our podcast and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platforms, as well as here on YouTube. Well, this version is only on YouTube. The audio version you can catch everywhere, but this this one's only on YouTube. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Hit the like button, subscribe button, thumbs up or thumbs down, comments. Any kind of comments is great. So I may be back next month with a one last manga spotlight for the year. I'm not sure yet. Depending on my time schedule and how everything rolls into it, I may drop another video. If not, have a great holiday, have a great new year, and I will see you guys hopefully next year with another manga spotlight. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered it. So until then, maho out. Sorry this was so long.